Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Nova Rivals Playdate number 1. Now, going into Season 2 for Nova Rivals, Malflux, we have an interesting game on our hands. NTE going up against Meow Kitten squad. Incredible players on both of these two teams. Now, obviously, you know them better than I do. What do you think about these two teams?
Well, NTE, very strong team, very strong roster. I'm not familiar on who's on the roster now though, so I'm not too sure about that. Meow Kitten squad had the pleasure of casting them during their qualifiers. Very strong team to come through the qualifiers. Keen to see how the game should go. Both teams will have it in the bag probably.
Well, I mean, you look at MMK, as they call them, or Meow Kitten Squad. On the side of Meow Kitten Squad, obviously, you've got 9T Jin, my apologies, Dan, Face Cream, Karma, Owen, River, and Skiv. On the opposite side for Nutty Gaming, you have Ducko, Gluttony, Last Fire, Lynx, Mellow, Squish. So a lot of different team members, but moving into the map bands, Clubhouse, Theme Park, Oregon, and Skyscraper all removed for the side of NTE. On the opposite end for Meow Kitten squad, it is going to be Cafe, Border, Chalet, and Bank taken off the board. So the decider and the map that we will be going to is the beautiful vineyard side of Villa. And obviously NTE getting the choice to take the defensive side on, well, for that map. Now, Villa, we've been to this map plenty of times before. Some say it's attacker-sided. Some say it's defender-sided. What do you think, Malflux?
I think it's more defender-sided. I mean, it is also attacker-sided. It really depends on your playstyle as a team. You know, if you're a more aggressive team, you like the rushes, it'll be suited for more your playstyle, so therefore it'll be an attacker-sided. If you like playing the defense, you're a bit more passive, but with a roam presence, well, it's defensive-sided for you. Personal preference, I think.
Well, I mean, you're looking at these two squads, you're looking at these two teams and their members on these two squads. It does come down to the way that they want to approach it in, I guess, in their genre and in their playstyle. Now, on the side of Meow Kittens, we have a very mechanically gifted team. These players absolutely know how to go up against each other, figure out exactly how they want to approach the map. And obviously, they can just run through a map in a matter of seconds. On the side of an NTE, you're looking at more of a, I guess, organized squadron. A lot of members there that obviously have links to the ability to just coordinate themselves. They have the ability to take over sites with the coordination that they have between each of their members. But who do you think is going to win? What is your prediction for this match?
I'm going to side with Meow Kitten squad. I think just from seeing how they played in the qualifiers, I feel like they've done a lot of work coming through the qualifiers. They've put the prep time in, so I'm going with Meow Kitten squad.
That makes sense. I mean, Meow Kitten squad, as you saw during the qualifiers, they were absolutely insane, able to just fend off a few of the players and cause a few matters of upsets in and out of the games. And obviously, they were able to successfully make their play and make it known well between the teams, ready for this Nova Rivals season. Now, on the opposite end, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to vote for NTE. I think that the map coordination for Villa is just so significant that if you cannot shut down a lot of these players' movements, if you cannot shut down the way that they operate, then it's just going to be over and done with. So, in saying that, it is time to get into the match, and there you go. All the beautiful members from both of the two teams as we start to see what is the first set of bands coming down.
I'm gonna. Well, there's the Dockabee. There could be. What do you reckon, Monty Blitz?
Definitely the chance of those two members or two operators being removed. However, I think more likely it's going to be a Flores or maybe even a Nomad. So it's going to be a bit of the roam presence removed off the board. So that will allow a bit of movement from the side of NTE on the defense. So it looks like they're going to be playing for this first round. But a Valkyrie makes normal sense. And I'll be honest, I see a Solus.
Oh, 100%. Solus is a very, very strong operator. And as we saw, MMKSO, sorry. Love to play it. There, Mirror.
So, it looks like I'm wrong. It does look like the Solus will be available for these two teams to play, and Nutty Gaming will look to immediately pick that up. Such an offensive operator with the ability to just remove so much intel. But the question is, will Nutty actually decide to use it? And it doesn't look like they're actually going to be using it. As straight up and off the board, we're going to see the good old NT of E bringing out the Thorn.
Yeah, Thorn with a recent change. The 1.5 times added on the SMG, making it a lot more viable to use a gun. The gun was already amazing, but it's good to see Thorn coming out and comp play now. As we see the lineup for NTE, Gluttony's on the Echo. Squish is on that Thorn, as we just talked about. Duck on the Jaeger. Mallow's on Mozzie. And Lynx is on the Mew. And then on the attacking side for MMKS LFO, we have Karma on the Florets. Swapping off the Ace. So Owen's on the Ace. Rivers on Ayana. Face Cream on the Monty. And Jin on the Ash. So we got Monty on the board, Tiaki. This is going to be a very interesting play.
Well, we definitely know that Face Cream loves to have a bit of a shield operator every once in a while, but you can immediately see it from MMK or Meow Kitten squad as they look to take a direct push. The Montaigne is not even going to be spotted too well by Lynx. Nitro Cell will come into play as it's actually going to find the kill, and that's going to be an immediate removal. River will find the trade back onto Lynx as now the push can start coming up to this hallway, but Gluttony's immediately going to find the kill on the River, and what looks like a good run for Meow Kittens has been turned around. Jin, let's see if you can spot out the feet. Will not find anyone sitting nice and close. But Gluttony is still there. Karma will be able to find the trade back onto Mellow. Gluttony and Karma, they're so close to each other. Karma will find the kill. Jim will find one as well. And Meow Kittens able to turn it all the way around as Squish, the last member remaining, is going to make his way down the 90 hallway. Needs to clean it up. A player is going to be sitting nice and close, and I think Squish's time for this world, it's not long. He'll be able to find the kill onto Jin, and that will be a good start. 38 seconds, 25 seconds remaining on the board as he starts to make his move back in towards Aviator. Needs to remove this player in Vault. Will be able to spot him out, but that's Owen, and he likes to sit up on various objects to play around with his teammates.
Indeed, that was a looked to be a very good push for a Meow Kitten squad with the Monty, but Face Cream getting taken off the board early, but still be managing to salvage the round. That was good. We've got NTE. The Thorn was very well played. Good to see it back on the board. Anyway, we're back on to round two. NT, we've got Gluttony on the Echo. Squish is bringing the Frost. Duck is bringing Jaeger. Mallow on the Cave. Lynx on the Mew. Karma on Ace. Owen on the Buck. Rivers on the Ayana. Face Cream's no longer on the Monty and is on the Lion, and Jin is on the Ash. River and Jin play Ayana and Ash quite a bit. And they're playing very well. Now, how do you think they're going to hold this site here, Tiaki? What do you think Nutty's going to do different?
Well, I mean, they already expected a shield to be brought into play, was able to remove the shield nice and easily. At this stage, I'm not sure if Nutty will expect another shield. They have 2 Nitro cells available. Lynx obviously having 1 and Mellows obviously having the second. But now it looks like Meow Kitten squad are going to go for a normal sort of play. Not most teams, they prefer to go for this extension ASAP and try and push out these players as quick as possible. The extension is the best way to go if your team knows how to operate it. Lynx looking to get a little bit aggressive, maybe spotted out from his position if he continues to play on this aggressive angle. But it doesn't look like he's going to be trying to make that push too significant yet. The line charge is going to come out as we'll start to see Owen making the push straight in towards Astro. If they can remove this player, which is Ducko, sitting close in towards Astro, then they can start to make the push perfectly. Ducko's going to be able to spot one, but he will not confirm it. Jin's able to find the kill on the Lynx as now the push starts to come through. Owen is using a shotgun at the range of a sniper. I don't think that's how that works, my friend. But Ducko will just fall back in towards the 90.
Indeed, we've got a minute 30 remaining on the clock as we see Meow Kitten squad trying to find an angle, trying to get a peek, figure out where they're going to push. As we see Face Cream up on 90 window, Lightning and Duck both holding an angle. As we see Lightning holding the 90. Rivers pushing around onto 90. Sees Face Cream, possibly. I think he's just been, maybe missed it. Oh, never mind. That's my apologies. The same team here. Ducko holding bookcase. The end of 90 Hall. As they get wall open, we got 58 seconds on the clock. Okay, we've got Gluttony's in. Side armory here. Rivers just playing a bit defensive. Karma and River just having a look at each other.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Oh, no, Squish takes out Karma. 4 seconds remaining. We see River trying to get a peek.
We can already see it starting to slow down there as the first kill will be traded back. It's River able to find out Mallow. Squish to find out Jin. Ducko will be able to find out Face Cream, and it's all down to River. He's going to make his way down this 90 hallway. But when you have a man like Ducko on the opposite side, it's definitely a tough section to push. But Nutty Gaming, they'll be able to find their first round, and we tie it immediately up 1-1 for round number 3. Second floor trophy, second floor statue will now be the side of call. And it looks 1 minute like MMK, or Meow Kittens, I should say, have control. But then the next minute, they struggle to find anything.
Defused by attackers.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Nutty with a comeback there on the defense. That was very well played from them. I'm not too sure what MMK are going to do here. Looks like Karma's being the ace. Owen's swapping off the Brava to the Buck. We've got River on the Iona, Face Cream on the Lion, and Jin on the Ash again. So, I'm interested to see how NT are going to hold this site. As we can see, we've got Gluttony's on the Smoke, Squishes on the Azami, Ducko on the Jaeger, Mallow's on the Wamai, and Lynx on the Mute. It looks like they're doing a little bit of an extended hold here.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, as we see by most teams and from most teams, an extension hold is usually the best way to approach this map and these sites. Extensions are played so incredibly often. As River, he'll look to open up in towards Art, needs to be able to identify that Ducko is going to be sitting on that main stairs waiting for a push. Maybe actually not. He's moved back in towards Library as 2 members from the side of Meow Kittens are not going to realize he's there. But River, he will predict it perfectly. Ducko's position is going to be found out straight off the board as Owen will look to try and open up as much of this site as possible, as much of the extension as possible. And now they can start looking to move down the hallway. Gluttony's going to take a little bit of damage as Jin will also be making his way up. But with 2 minutes remaining on the board, they've already been able to gather so much intel and so much room that Nutty Gaming, they look like they're going to be struggling.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Duck's already been taken off the board here. We've got face screens up on the bathroom window. Gluttony's just chilling on stairs, just wasting some time. As we see Jin taking a fight with... well, I couldn't see that was, but we've got Owen taking out Squish. Link's refragging onto Owen. We've got Mallow taking out Karma. As we're down to a 3v3 situation. 1 minute 20 remaining as Lynx is holding in walk-in. Just waiting for somebody to push into Master. He knows there's two out on the balcony here. As he goes for the wall main. Just trying to pre-fire, trying to get some of that tension off the main wall. As he's just wasting time here. So we've got a minute remaining.
1 minute remaining on the board. One member's going to be outside. It will be Jin. He's looking to make his push in. Maybe a jump in that could cost him his life. But for now, Nutty Gaming, they have the 3 members up that they need. And Lynx in this power play or power position is such a threat for Jin making this jump in. Face Cream's going to wait for it. The jump's going to be made. Gluttony's going to take a little bit of damage as he will be cleaned up. That's a second when Mallow is available as Jin will make the jump through as well. Lynx is able to confirm the kill and NTE are looking pretty strong.
Yeah, it was a good comeback from NTE, good hold. They figured out clearly what was not working and just changed it up, changed who was watching what angles. It was a lot more patience there from the side of NTE, I noticed. Well,
yeah, NTE definitely taking the time, definitely taking the decision, making the decisions. And as I said, this is the NTE that you need to be kind of afraid of. When they understand the site holds, when they understand the way that they need to be operating, it's easy enough for NTE to just run it all out. Now, the only issue that obviously comes from that is once the switch up is made, these positions and these plays, obviously, they're all set up prior. They know exactly where they need to be playing, they know how they need to be operating. It just all comes down to the mechanical skill that needs to be provided. So, NTE, if they can find at least 2 more rounds in this half, they will be looking very good going into the switch up. However, then again, we haven't seen NTE on the defensive half, on the attacking half yet, up against Meow Meow Kittens. And for the side of Meow Meow Kittens, they're a pretty aggressive team.
Yeah, they are. You know, as we saw in the qualifiers, they're very, very good at clearing out that roam presence, you know, and then initiating onto site. Just very strong indeed. Like, you know, they just know what angles to watch, know when to push. Usually have a minute 20 remaining from what we saw in qualifiers. So I'm excited to see, well, NTE on the attacking side, because from what I saw, MMK is on defense as well. It's, you know, they're a little bit more slow-paced, I think.
Immediately going to see River able to pick up 2 kills. It's going to be Gluttony and Squish. The trade-off going to be made for Owen, as now the members of NTE will start to fall back in towards the site. Karma will successfully be able to drone out Lynx. So they know that 1 member is still unknown, but 2 members are going to be in towards the site. River looking to see if he can possibly make a play, and Face Cream thinks that someone is on the Astro stairs. He will be right, as that member is just going to be waiting. It will be Mallow looking to see if he can make some sort of play, maybe a pre-fire through the wall. Lynx is going to wait for the players. He will actually push up the red stairs. He's misread the situation. Karma, he'll take a little bit of damage as the player is going to be dropped down. It will be Face Cream, but Karma's going to be able to confirm the kill. And when you're a member on 1 HP, it is good enough to pick up that easy kill. As now Duck, he'll be able to spot out 1. It will be Karma dropped off the board. River looking to trade a little bit back, but there's Lynx when you need it. That's Jin to trade it. And now it's Jin versus Ducko. A 1v1 situation for the ages. Nitro to go out, but Jin, he'll be able to find the kill. And Meow Meow Kittens will tie it up.
very strong play from Meow Meow Kittens there. Strong showing from Jin. Played very, very well and aggressively there. Won his gunfights, knew when to peek, what angles to hold there on the initiation. I'm keen to see NTE on the attack, in all honesty. I know Gluttony's a really, really good player as well. Squish as well. So we're going into round 5 now. 35 seconds on the clock. As we see a an aviator hold here. So, didn't they lose this one? Round 1, Tiaki? Off the top of my head?
Round 1, they did lose this side. However, in round 2, they were able to pick it back up. And right now, we're seeing a very back and forth set of halves. Natty Gaming, obviously looking to try and see if they can take the corner and round it all out, find all the rounds that they possibly can, and they're going to need it when they make the switch up, as we can see from the side of MMK or Meow Meow Kittens. The second that they get the round in slight control, they start to make a push that is just tough to hold. But interestingly, Face Cream, he's going to be switching back to the Monty once again. Really wants to see if he can be successful with making this pick work. And as a result, Natty Gaming, they need to be expecting this to come into play. One Nitro Cell is going to be available, and it will be given to Lynx. So it all comes down to the way that they operate it up against this Monty.
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes 15 remaining on the clock here. As we see Gluttony's holding bar. We've got Lynx holding the cross as Jin takes out Squish with an early pick. As we see Lynx pushing up onto Study Back, gets the refrag onto Karma, trades it back, making it a 4v4. Mallow onto River. As we see Owen taking out Lynx, getting that refrag. As Face Cream's sitting in pottery downstairs. We're down to a 3v3 situation. 1:45 on the clock. Ducko is going to hear the Thorn Trap go off. So he knows there's some presence downstairs. As he's going to contest Owen on the study balk. As we see Face Cream slowly making his way up back stairs here. As Jin tucked away, patiently waiting. As we see Mallow, might have heard him. As we see Mallow taking out Jin there with a nice little sneak up from Jin, but unfortunately getting taken out. We've got 1:15 remaining.
Face Cream's going to look to try and see if he can spot someone down the hallway, but Ducko is able to find the kill and make it 2. Owen is going to be taken off the board. Ducko reloading just in time to get a perfect shot that he was looking for as we move in to the final round of the half. Natty Gaming definitely not looking in a bad position right now. They need to find this final round. If they can get this round under their belt, then it will start to cause a little bit of issues for Meow Meow Kittens. But again, Meow Meow Kittens, I'm terrified to see what will happen once they get onto the defensive half. Their aggression may completely change the entirety of this match and the entirety of the way that these teams are playing.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. As we saw in the qualifiers with Meow Meow Kittens, they can change it up on the fly on defense. They could either be very aggressive, heavy roam presence, forcing gunfights, or playing a little bit more passively. Just sitting, waiting for the gunfights to come to them, just holding angles.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know how NTE is going to contest that on the attacking rounds here.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Well, we can already see a little bit of movement coming in to play. Gluttony, he'll be set up for the extension and also looking to open up in towards or down towards the main stairs. Any sort of push coming from that position will be known. Once again, this setup is just, it's so commonplace. Correct me if I'm wrong, the Azami just being positioned on to, I believe that is the bed there? Or the bed frame?
It looks like it, yeah.
And it's just,
we see Flores is just going to take it out. We've got Squish here, just trying to force the gunfight here. Pulls back to the main ball. There's Gluttony there backing him up. Mallow's just chilling there as well. I don't know how they're going to play this. They just seem to be wasting time, Tiaki. We're at 1:55 remaining. Mallow's been tagged up, whereas all of Meow Meow Kittens are on full health.
Oh, Jin, he can just sit and wait for the plays to be made, looking to shoot from down below. Gluttony knows that one player is directly below him and needs to be careful about the way that he presents himself to the opposition, as now he's going to look to get a little bit aggressive. Karma will now know that someone is going to be sitting close in towards the bathroom here, but they're going to need to make some sort of play. They've got 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the board, and Lynx, he can just sit and wait. He can shut down any sort of push to be presented from Karma or Owen. As a result, they can just sit and play around with this as long as they possibly can. Still 60 seconds remaining on the board. The players underneath are going to need to find something. Squish is able to take down Jin, and that is a really good start for Nutty Gaming. Gluttony will look to try and see if he can confirm the kill, but Karma, he's going to find two, as Face Cream will make his way in towards Astro, and that is the pressure that they were looking to get relieved. Face Cream finds one as well as they start to make their move in towards the site. Both players from the side of Nutty Gaming are completely taken off of the site, and they need to gain as much control as possible. Plant is going to be attempted as the kill will come through for Ducko, but Mallow, he's going to be dropped down on the opposite side. The head is going to be spotted out. It gets pre-fired. They're waiting for Karma to come back up, and that will be Ducko to confirm the kill. It's all down a river, 1v2. And the pickup will be made. Mallow is able to get back in the battle, and it's all down to him. No HP on both of the team members. Mallow's going to make the peak, and he'll find the kill. So Nutty Gaming, 4-2 as we go to halftime.
Yeah, well played by NTE. I think we've got a tech. Did I see that correctly from Face Cream? Yeah, Face Cream calling for a tech there. All right. So, we've got NTE going to have the momentum going into the attacking side now, and they swap sides here.
So what it looks like is both of these two teams, right, we've seen so far, they have been playing exceptionally well in their areas. Obviously, NTE coming out with the higher side of that division, currently having 4 rounds for themselves and 2 rounds on the side of Meow Meow Kittens. But as I said, this is where it starts to get interesting. We know NTE. They are a very coordinated team. Gluttony being the main IGL for them, just having the knowledge that he needs to really push his team over the limit. But you're now starting to come up against a team that is just mechanically built different. Their team members have the control and have the ability to just run through teams if they decide to be different, to be in that mechanical stage. And this is where it starts to get a little bit scary, Malflux.
Yeah. I'm don't know what NTE is going to do with Meow Meow Kittens on defense now. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring. I'm excited to see their play style, to see if they're going to just decide to go balls to the walls and go full aggression and peak everything, swing, be the aggressive Meow Meow Kitten squad we know, or are they going to decide to just say, hey, let's play a bit more passive. They've got 2 rounds on us. Let's just try and get around, and then maybe change the momentum the next round and just be aggressive.
Well, I mean, obviously we saw a few operators coming out there that aren't commonly picked. The Thorn being one of those operators that has recently seen a lot of love, as you mentioned, in the patches, and obviously upgraded usage. Everyone loves to see 1.5 scopes coming onto their operators, and in this situation, Thorn has been played a little bit more. But as well as that, the Montaigne being brought out by Face Cream, obviously not able to find a lot that was significant. Unfortunately, Link's beautiful Nitro Assault in the first round was just immediately able to remove the Montaigne from being in play. But now it starts to ring the question. It starts to make the players be questioned, because obviously NTE, we know that some of their members, they absolutely love to run around the shield and they love to run around these sorts of playstyles. But do we expect them to go for extensions? Do we expect them to do what Meow Meow Kittens did, where in one section they were just pushing straight for the side, and in the next round they were pushing for the extension? It was a bit of back and forth from what they wanted to do, and you could really see that with the way the IGLs were, I guess, dictating their teams.
Yeah, you could see the momentum changes and the difference there. You know, the first round was like, hey, let's just push site, let's be direct, and then change that, split around. You know, it really depends on how the defensive side is holding site. You know, do you need to, halfway through your initiation on the push, it's like, hey, the IGL could be like, can you two go on to, say, study window or onto the balk? Draw some attention away from the main push, you know, try and force a gunfight, try and get those roamers holding 90 over to skull window, over to red stairs, as we saw with Jin and, was it Mallow on the Thorn? Was it Mallow? Sorry. But yeah, as we saw the gunfight there, you know, we had Jin sitting down, bottom red, just trying to bait out the Thorn there. You know, it can go either way. I'm excited to see how Meow Meow Kitten Squad are going to change their pace on defense and if they're going to control the map.
Now, obviously, with Meow Meow Kitten Squad, we expect these two teams to really change it up. So we expect a few more roamers to be seen from Meow Meow Kitten Squad in comparison to NTE. A lot of their setup was structured. They didn't really have a lot of roamers, and when they did, the roamers were getting shut down almost instantly. So it kind of is what it is with the way that they were operating. But here we go, coming back in to the game. And as we can obviously see, Karma is going to start to open it up here. And I mean, looking at the squads that we can currently see, Jin obviously making the switch up on to that Wamai. So we expect to see a lot from these team members. River 7-5 so far is on his team, and on the opposite end, 7-4 for Ducko, with Squish and Mallow both being 6 and 5. Where, I wonder which team members are going to be roaming.
Well, surely we're going to have River on his army. Surely Face Cream, possibly early on. I mean, we see Wamai just soft roaming here off in Red Hall going. Not too sure what the Wamai's doing there, but so we got Ducko, Gluttony. Looks like they're going for a top floor clear. As we see, we've got Owen on the Goyo, sitting outside of Master, sitting in Trophy. We've got Karma sitting on site. We've got Face Cream on site. So we've got Jin, Owen, and River on the roam. We've got Ducko, Mallow, and Gluttony on the live drone. We've got Mallow and Ducko doing the entry. Mallow's looking for an easy pick there on the aviator stairs. As Ducko gets an early pick onto Owen. Seeing if he can't get a second. River's been droned out, possibly called. As we see, Ducko gets tagged. River's just playing it passively, trying to get a pick. As he gets taken out by Lynx. Huge play. It's a 5v3 situation. We've got a minute and 50 remaining.
And I mean, this is not what you expect from Meow Meow Kittens. A team that is exceptionally good macro-wise is getting beat out by another team that not previously known for their macro plays, besides members like Mallow and Ducko. But now they're getting absolutely destroyed. And for now, Meow Meow Kittens, they're going to need to find these kills. They need to find these players and possibly spot them all out. But Face Cream, he's going to take a little bit of damage, as well as NTE will start to take control. The first kill is going to be traded back off for the side of Meow Meow Kittens, and it will be Ducko And that's exactly what you would want to look for here. An immediate removal of said player. Karma's able to trade back onto Gluttony as well. So it's bringing it ever closer as Lynx will be pushing the opposite side. So the pressure is going to be there. Squish as well in that position. But there's Jin. And he's able to pick up Lynx. So we're gone from a 5v3 to a 4v2. And then 2 seconds later, we're in a 2v2 situation. Make it a 1v2. Excuse me, this is where it starts to get terrifying for MMK. Squish, he's already taking a lot of damage, and Jin can just sit here, but he's going to be dropped down. It's Squish versus Karma. The SMG-11 available for this team member. 20 seconds remaining on the board as straight off the bat, Squish can just wait it out, but he's gonna walk in to the Goyo charge.
Wow, certainly wasn't expecting that to happen. But that is the MMK that we know. That is the Meow Meow Kitten squad that we know from the qualifiers. I honestly thought they were going to lose that round there. Like, just NTE had a really good roam clear into that master side there. What are we expecting this next round? I'm expecting. Oh, we see River on the Thorn.
Attackers need to
Interesting. Thorn being brought in play.
Once again, this team is bringing out all of the stops, and Thorn is no exception. As she will be brought into play once again. But I mean, right now, right? This is what we were talking about, mechanical difference. Karma finally getting over onto his mute that he loves to play with, that SMG-11 that we know and love from him. River deciding to pick up onto the Thorn. It's not a character that we often see picked by himself, but it looks like it will be brought into play. And oh, when you want a Frost, it is best to take it, as it looks like he'll be bringing that into play. So, Frost mats for the glory of MMK, as now, Nutty Gaming, you've got a bit of a push ahead of you.
Yeah, well, we got Gluttony on the Lion, Squish is on the Flores, Ducko on the Ash, Mallow on the Iana, and Lynx is on the Ace. I'm surprised that IQ hasn't been called as Owen gets an early pick onto Mallow. An IQ would be definitely useful here, trying to get rid of the Thorns. I don't think there are no Thorns in play yet. So we've got Ducko's just trying to go for a quick clear here, trying to push out the roam on the study side. Karma. Sorry, I'm just losing. Karma takes out one. Lynx gets an instant refrag as Ducko's just trying to push off the roamers. As we see a C4 from below, just misses the kill, takes Ducko down to 20, low HP. So we see Gluttony's just droning out. Ducko's still on the hold. As we see Jin holding that lounge to trophy door. Ducko, let's see if Ducko's going to drone him out. Minute 40 remaining. As we see the Azami takes out the drone. Ducko's going to take out the shield. Gets impacted instead. Minute 30 remaining. It's a 4v3 situation in favor of MMK. Could go either way here, Tiaki.
Well, the movement is going to be made by Nutty Gaming as they start to take control of this 90 hallway in towards landing. The jump out is going to be immediately made by Lynx. He knows he needs to start putting a bit of pressure on the opposite side of this map, but when you have Owen sitting so very close to that window, maybe even possibly getting caught there, but it's going to be spotted out as Lynx is able to confirm the kill. So that's going to bring it back to a 3-on-3, making this round somewhat doable. Gluttony is going to be brought to 1 HP and a dream, and he's not got much else. A lot of the members from Meow Meow Kittens are still full HP, but Jin will find the first trade back. Lynx is going to be brought off the board. Now that's the diffuser dropped outside, so that's going to mean that a bit of a play needs to be made. River's going to be able to find Gluttony. It's all down to Ducko as the round looks to be tied up. The series looks to be tied up. 4-4 is what we're looking at. Ducko, you got 20 seconds, mate. You don't have diffuser. Organiser, it's still outside of Master, and they have members watching every angle. Jim will just find the final kill. And Meow Meow Kittens looking well in control.
Yeah, that was a really good hold by Meow Meow Kittens there. The Thorn came into play quite a bit there. That was a really good pick. So Jen's going back onto the Thorn. So Owen on a pulse now. Cade's on the Face Cream's on the Cade. Karma on Alibi. As we see Fenrir being brought out. So River's on Fenrir. It's going to be a very interesting hold, I think. This is what we were talking about, Tiaki, with Meow Meow Kittens. They're really good at changing the flow of the game, changing the flow and the pace. You know, at one moment they're defensive sided, just really heavy anchoring on site, and now they're really roam heavy. They're bringing the fraggy ops. They've got some momentum. It's 4-4. As we see, Ducko's bringing out the IQ. As I called last round, you know, that would be a good op to counter the Cade, the Fenrir, as well as the Thorn. So it looks like NTE are bringing the correct ops this round.
10 seconds to go.
And I mean, that's what you want to see, right? You want to see the correct operators being brought, the players identifying the situations that they're in, and straight off the bat, as you mentioned, the pulse being available for Owen is really going to help them out. Now, only 2 nitro cells are going to be available. Ducko, that's going to be an instant kill. Jin is going to be removed off the board, as it looks like he was trying to go for a bit of a spawn peek, and we don't blame him. When you've got the momentum that you currently have, you kind of feel like that pressure, that angle that you really want to push out as much as you want to. You can definitely do stuff like that. And straight off the bat, Gluttony, he's going to be taking control of the Brava drone, trying to remove these Cade claws. But once again, the Cade is ready for it and will straight up remove the Brava drone from being brought into play. The first member is going to be spotted upstairs. The Nitro Cell will be brought out. He's not going to walk back into it, as he will actually avoid any sort of damage. Now, movement is key. Movement is the play. Nitro Cell from Face Cream, as Karma will be able to find one on the squish. And here comes the turnaround. Gluttony, he's able to spot out one. So it's all down to the way that Owen plays up against these members downstairs. But as I said, this is where it starts to get interesting.
Yeah, well, Meow Meow Kittens. This is the aggression we're used to seeing. This is the aggression, like the flick of a switch where they change it up. So we've got a minute 25 remaining. I'm interested to see how MMK are going to hold it here, as we've got Mallow's on top red stairs. If he was a little bit quicker, we would have seen River holding 90. As Owen has seen him on the drone, knows he's pushing down. Mallow knows he's here. He must have heard him hop off his scanning tool. As Ducko gets a pick of the face cream, bringing it to a 3v2 situation. It's a minute remaining on the clock. Now, NTE has a lot of time here to drone out as River gets Ducko. 2v2 situation. 50 seconds remaining. We've got Mallow on site. Uncontested as Owen gets shot in the back and gets a refrag. River gets the refrag onto Mallow. Gluttony's sitting, waiting for the aggression from River on that Fenrir. He's looking to see. River knows where he is. He's going to get aggressive. And Gluttony gets the kill. Getting around for NTE.
And I mean, that's what you need to look for. Gluttony knows that he needs to start rallying his team. He's started to see the cracks, and the team has started to fall apart to a degree when it comes onto this defensive hole. But they understand that this is the hardest site. It is a tertiary site, so it is the hardest site for these teams to hold. And they can't let them play around with it. As a result now, Meow Meow Kittens realize that site was too difficult to hold, so now they go back upstairs. They need to find the rounds that they were able to secure earlier. As Natty Gaming, they'll look to try and see if they can get every single round from now on. If they can find one more, they push it into match point. Then the pressure starts to be relieved. They can play around with it. They can take their time with it. And they can eventually produce a win out of it. So, right now, 15 seconds remaining on the preparation phase. it all comes down to the way that these next two sites end up going. If the two sites end up going in the way of NTE, it's done. It's over. They win the game. They run it all off. If the site ends up going to MMK, well, the good news is they can take it straight into Kitchen, or the option that they could do is they end up winning over into this Aviator and deciding to take control of Kitchen, change it up a little bit, and see if they can get that map under control. If they can do so, perfect. If they can't, it's going to be a tough side to continue holding.
Yeah, well, it will be very tough if they continue the way they've been continuing. We've got Owens on the Goya now, so it's an interesting lineup. They've changed the flow here. So Meow Kitten Squad, as I was saying, you know, they can change their operators to change their pace. Looks like they're going for a little bit more of a slow pace defensive hold. You know, you've still got your face creams on the Bandit. You've got River on Azami. Karma's on the Smoke. Jin's on the Wamai. And Owen on the Goya. So, you know, they're just trying to sit back, let the attackers come to them. Let those picks, let those gunfights come to them. They've got a minute 52 remaining. As Ducko's trying to initiate through the breach here. We've got Owen's being pushed off back into maps. Mallow gets an early pick onto face cream. As Mallow's pushing through Kitchen. So that's the pulse off the board. That's a very big pick. With a minute 30 remaining. I'm excited to see how they're going to push here. They're going to push the... Oh, they've got the Osa there. So Osa's going to initiate into maps. They're going to try and use the Flores drone to push the Koyo off maps there as the Koyo just gets detonated behind Lynx there. Alright, minute 10 remaining. How do you think NT are going to initiate here, Tiaki?
Well, the best thing would be to remove that player off 90. They know that one player is going to be sitting there. The nade will come through and it will find a little bit of damage onto River, but as a result, Mallow is going to be dropped off the board. Gluttony needing to push these players out of the hallway with 50 seconds remaining on the board. Ducko still playing from underneath, has the drone available, will look to nade straight through onto Karma. Is waiting for the call to be given. They know exactly where Karma is positioned, but he's just moving way too often for any sort of kill to be found, any sort of pressure to be made. Squish can start to make his way up towards landing as the OCE shield will also be making the push up. Go will also be sent once again. 20 seconds remaining on the board as Lynx will find the first counter pick. It's going to be Owen straight removed as Ducko will start to make his way on the opposite side. I don't think they're expecting for this push to come through too quickly. One player is going to be in sight. Ducko's able to find the kill. That means the pressure is going to be there, but the diffuser is down, and that will be found by MMK. They find the kill that they were looking for, and NTE will lose the round because of the diffuser.
Well, Meow Kitten Squad showing that they just going to wait it out. They're going to play passive, defensive there. They know they were short on time. They know that the NT had to push in and get the plant down. That was a very smart play on the part of Meow Kitten Squad. Now, NTE, how are they going to have they're going to have to figure out what went wrong there. What ops are they going to bring? How are they going to push that again? As we see another looking to be a site-heavy hold here for Meow Kitten Squad. The ops choice here. Face cream on the castle. You got Jin on the Azami again. Owen's on the Frost. We've got River on the Wamai and Karma on the Mew. Like, it's very, very site-heavy ops here.
Well, I mean, once again, we're starting to see a different sort of play style being brought by both of these two teams. Nutty is not giving Meow Kittens an inch, and Meow Kittens is not giving Nutty an inch. Both of these two teams are going back and forth with the best of their abilities, and as much as possible, as we're starting to see the double digits starting to be knocked up onto the board. Ducko coming in with the double digits, Karma and River all bringing in the double digits as well. So far, I mean, what else can you say about these two teams? Right? It's 5-5. They're both giving it their absolute all to win this first match. And just one of these two teams is going to have to win it eventually. But I think right now we may be looking at a possible OT. Mellows is going to find a really easy kill to be picked back up, and now we're starting to see a little bit more aggression from NTE as they start to open up in towards landing and in towards these sites. And Meow Meow Kittens need to find the counter picks if they want to make a bit of a difference here.
Yes, they do. As we saw, Karma just rushed up to the study door there. I don't know if he knew there was 3 inside the study. A very, very easy pick for NTE there. So we've got Rivers just chilling in Trophy. Meow Meow Kitten Squad, they need to try and get a pick here. They need to try and play a bit more passive, try and get a pick, change the momentum here. We've got 1:35 remaining. Jin's just going to be lurking in Master. We've got Ducko slowly trying to creep in. As Jin gets an insane shot onto Ducko from a pixel peak. That's the pick that Meow Meow Kitten Squad needed. So, we're going to see if they can't get another pick. They need to just wait the time, play a bit more passively like they did last round. It worked in their favor. As we see, we got what somebody's rappelling up onto the master balcony as Jin's still just trying to hold off the attack. He's a one-man army at this point in time. As they're shooting at them, all the barricades onto master. We've got 55 seconds remaining. NTE need to make a push here. They need to do something. They need to figure out a way they're going to get this plant down.
Well, the biggest consideration is to remove Jin off of his position. It's such a power play as he'll find the kill on the Mallow. Back and forth we go. If the diffuser is dropped outside once again, this could end the entirety of Nutty Gaming's chances here, but it looks like the push is going to come through, and it's going to come through now. Gluttony's able to find the first kill. A trade over to Face Cream is going to be made. NTE are looking for it all, as Squish will be able to find River, and now we're going into match point for NTE. Will they look to completely end it here? Will they look to shut it all down? It all comes down to the next round, and this is where it matters.
Oh, very much so. I'm very interested to see how Meow Meow Kitten Squad are going to change their lineup here. Solus is being brought on the board. So Owen's bringing the Solus. First time it's played this map, I'm pretty sure. But NTE, as soon as they shut down Jin there, it was just easy for them to take side. Jin was just really good at holding them off there. Wasted a lot of time, got some good picks that were needed. Hopefully he can do it again. Let's see if we can get to overtime. If they go to OT, I wouldn't be surprised. Both teams are playing their absolute best. I don't know who's going to win it. It could go either way. If Meow Meow Kitten Squad win this round and go to OT, I don't know who's going to win. Thoughts, Tiaki?
Well, as we've said, it all comes down to the way that these two teams play. Right now, Meow Meow Kitten Squad seem to be on the back foot. They seem to be struggling to go up against this team that has absolute coordination, and just 1 minute they push in a slow sort of fashion. Next minute they push with 100 degree of horsepower. They just start rushing to a degree, and it all depends on the way that Gluttony will decide and make his team make a move. Now we can start to see the immediate push. They're going for this extension. They need to remove Owen. If they can remove Owen from his position, then they can look to try and see if they can open up straight towards site. Owen holding a very, very close corner. If he goes for a peek, Ducko is sitting and waiting for something. He's waiting for someone to make a movement. Now there's actually 2 players sitting on those red stairs, as now the play will be made, but it's going to be Owen to find the counter pick, as Ducko will be removed off the board.
Yeah, very, very good patient hold by Owen, and a really, really important pick on Ducko. Absolutely fragging off right now. As Lynx takes out Karma, bringing it back to a 4v4. Lynx on that 90 push, trying to just, bait some kills, get some people to swing, get some intel as well. So as River gets the trade back, bringing it to a 4v3, it's gunfights and trade outs left, right, and center.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
As we see some movement starting to happen on behalf of NTE. Jin taking out Lynx, bringing it to a 2v4. We have a minute 25 remaining. Squish on the Flores. Trying to back up Gluttony here. They need to make a play. They need to figure out what they're going to do. They need to try and get some of the util off the board. Sorry, they need to get a pick. I don't know if they're going to be able to win with a minute and 5 remaining. We might see OT here.
What matters here is the way that Gluttony plays. If he can find 1 or 2 kills himself, then that will open up in towards the side. Squish is going to look to get a little bit aggressive, but he'll be spotted out by Owen, who's just sitting down below. The nade will come through, but River says no. We want to continue this game. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the OT that no one expected between these two teams. And at the moment, I don't know how this is going to go.
I don't either. It's like as I said to Yaki, if this goes to OT, I don't know who's going to win. It's literally NTE, take a round. Meow Meow Kitten Squad, answer back, take another round. It's round for round for round. It's really close. This is the best gameplay I think I've seen all night. It's the closest games. I don't know what MMK are going to have to do. Like Meow Meow Kitten Squad are going to have to change something here. Judging by their op choice, they're looking to go a bit more aggressive now.
This is just, yeah, I don't even know the way to approach this. These two teams are playing exceptionally well. And, I mean, it shows. They've both been able to get the OT, and I just don't know what to say, honestly.
I think we just let it play out and see how both teams react and how they play, I guess. As we start out the round, we've got 2 minutes and 50 on the clock. Mallows on the Iana, Duck on the Buck, Squish on that Flores, Gluttony on the Ace, Lynx on the Zafia, Jin on Wamai, ON is on the Goyo, Face Cream on K, River on Azami, and Karma is on the Smoke. So, for Meow Meow Kitten Squad, I think they need to get an early pick here. Try and change the momentum here. If they can get this OT round, they'll be going into the next round ahead. They'll have the momentum. They'll have that mental there as well. But NTE, very good op choice here. Very, very much so. Counter util. As we see Ducko playing the vert from below. Trying to get the early pick onto Jin. Jin being Meow Meow Kitten Squad's just strongest fragger right now. As Jin sees the vert hole, just misses Ducko as movement by NTE up onto the study back. As you see Ducko holding a very nice angle up onto site, going up. Brown says as he sees his army, but River taking out Ducko. We have a minute 40 remaining. Could go either way.
We can see the immediate plays coming in to fruition as Squish, he's made his way in towards the site, picks up 2, can look to attempt to plant, but hold on a second, this man doesn't have diffuser. He's pushed all the way up, but has no ability to make the play significant. He's looking to try and see if he can find someone in towards the side as Lynx will start to make his way in. Mallow's able to find one. Face Cream is now going to be able to trade back, but here we go. This is where it matters. The play is going to be made as Face Cream will miss a significant amount of shots, and NTE will take the advantage in this series. And now it only needs 1 round. They only need 1 round to finish it all, and they are on the defensive side.
They are too. As we saw Squish having a nice big celebration there from that play from NTE. NTE showing why they're so good. Gluttony showing why he's such a good IGL, being able to change the tempo, the push. He was able to see where the weak points were to go in, get those refrags, tell the entries where to push, got some picks. You know, they played very, very well. Now, Meow Meow Kitten Squad, very good on attack. I'm interested to see how they take this site. They lost it round 1. I wonder if we see Face Cream. No, he's on the line. I was wondering if we were going to see Face Cream bring the Monty again. Owen's on the Flores, Jin's on the Ash, Face Cream on the line, River on Iana, and Karma on the Ace. As we see Gluttony's on Echo, Squish on the Frost, Duck on Jaeger, Mallow on the Aruni, and Lynx on the Mew. A really good composition from NTE. Seems to be a very site-heavy op choice with, was that 3 roaming off-site? Yep, there we go. 3 roaming off-site on the master side as we get into the round.
Well, I was going to say, listen, to be honest, Face Cream, I think he understands it by now. He understands that the pressure that he's applying with Montaigne has just not been enough to be significant. And then as I go to say it, he's made the switch onto the Montaigne. So I'll eat my words in this case, and we can already start to see a bit of a play being made by multiple members of the side of Meow Meow Kittens. They're all looking for exactly where these players are being positioned. Now, the interesting play is where NTE has actually positioned their players. Gluttony, he's going to take a lot of damage. That's a nade coming through the floor there, as 3 members of NTE are looking to try and stop this 5-man rush. And right now, no play, no movement coming in from Meow Meow Kittens. They're looking to try and force Lynx to make his position known. The prone will be made, as all they need to do is wait for this Montaigne to push in. River's going to be able to find Lynx, his position out and known as a misplay. And a big misplay comes in for NTE.
Yeah, that was not the play there for Lynx. As we see, Gluttony's also down a majority of his HP. So this could go MMK's way here. We could have Meow Meow Kittens could take this to double overtime match point. As we see, Mallow's being pushed off 90, going to the study door. Going to try and play off that. As we see, Gluttony has a nice tight tuck there. I don't know if he's heard. As Face Cream sees Echo, Gluttony sitting in the corner as he's getting contested by Jaeger of Ducko. As ON takes out Mallow, bringing it to a 3v5 situation. Squish on the refrag onto River. Ducko taking out Face Cream. Squish taking out Owen, bringing it to a 3v2. Squish on a double. Gluttony taking out Karma. And NTE take out the round and the game. Well done, NTE.
And I don't think anyone expected that, but it is how this game is going to go out. NTE will be the ones to take the victory. They will be the ones to take control. And Meow Meow Kittens will not find their first win in a very close game. 8-6, as it's all confirmed up. It's all finished off. And I mean, you've got to get to NTE. They played exceptionally well. Their ability to operate on the side, just having the control that they needed, the coordination that they had was absolutely insane. And they could obviously identify exactly where Meow Meow Kittens was going to play with their best players and the way that they were just going to operate in their playstyle. So huge ups to Meow Meow Kittens. You guys played exceptionally well. Unfortunately, the members that deserve the call for this game are going to be NTE, as they will take the first match that they were looking for this season.
Yeah, that was very well played on the side of NTE there. You know, it looked like they were going to be struggling maybe a little bit there for the first couple of rounds with Meow Meow Kitten Squad bringing it back. You know, but very, very, very well played from NTE. Gluttony showing why he's a good IGL, showing where, you know, the weak points are, telling he's, you know, on attack. You know, they were down 3v4, you know, and he just ends up, you know, telling the players where to go, where to pinch, what angles to hold, when to initiate the plant, when to initiate the push. Just a really, really solid IGL. Meow Meow Kitten Squad showing, though, trading round for round. Like, it could have been anyone's game when it went to OT. I was lost for words. I didn't know who was going to win it, but then NTE just had that momentum.
And that's 100% what they deserve, as they played exceptionally well. And there's no other way to really avoid that sort of situation. But we are going to be involved here with the man, the myth, the legend, the IGL from hell. It is Gluttony. How you doing, my friend?
G'day, guys. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad. A tough match, but you were able to bring it out towards the end there. What was that like for you guys?
It was a little bit stressful towards about the halfway point there because we're still a fairly new team. We've got 2 new players and we're just still gathering ourselves, knowing exactly what we want to do. But we felt a lot of confidence. Like we were just like, you guys, like if we just do what we did in the last couple of scrims, we're good. And once we got that through our heads, as you saw, we came back and we won it.
Now, obviously, with players like Squish, with players like Lynx and those sorts of guys, I mean, you've got some experience playing with those guys and they've been playing in this scene for a very long time. How is it that you guys are just so good when it comes down to the ability of control and understanding the map of Villa? I know it's one of your favorite maps, yourself personally, but
I think it's just because, like you said, the experience. Like a lot of us know what we're doing, so we kind of just instinctively know what we need to do. Like we know how to back each other up. We're just communicating very well, and like there are obviously things that we can get better at, but we did it well today, or like fairly well today. Like I would have preferred not to go to overtime, but like as many teams prefer not to, but it was good fun, and yeah, I trusted my teams in their cause, so I've actually got a little bit of weight lifted off my shoulder, and I've got Lynx helping me out with the IGLing as well, so it's not all on my head this time. So it's a bit of a help.
well, Malflux, do you have any questions for the amazing man below?
I do. So I'm interested. I noticed you guys did a few op changes there, and you changed it up to be a little bit on defense. Particularly, you were a little bit roam heavy, and then I noticed you guys went to a more passive sight hold. Whose call was that? Was that yours or Lynx's? I'm intrigued.
It just depended on the site. Whenever we played passive, it was kind of a joint call between me and Lynx, but mostly it was Lynx calling us back. And then whenever we decided to change it up, it was me and Duck were calling the operators on what we wanted to play. But yeah, so Lynx reeled us in, which is good. And then it's just like I said, sometimes you get lost into it, and it's good to have another person there to remind you.
Well, any final comments that you have for the rest of your team, for your fans out there? Anything that you would like to say?
I'd like to thank Nani Gaming for keeping us on and keeping us here pretty much, and I'd also like to say GG's to Kitten Squad. It's nice to have you guys back in the competition. I was really hoping you guys made it, and you did. So GG's to them, and I can't wait to play the rest of the guys.
Well, too easy. Thank you so much for joining us here, Gluttony. But as we always say, you got to keep moving on, brother. All right, have a good one, Gluttony, and we'll see you very, very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not done. We're only halfway through. That is the second match down. We've still got 2 more amazing matches for you. And the next one is an absolute banger. So make sure you guys stay close, stay ready. And Malflux will be back soon, as the next match will be Altered Zelios up against Bandits. See you guys very, very soon.